Good morning. Today, we are going to talk about prejudice against women in the movie Pan's Labyrinth, a film by Guillermo del Toro.
Hola. So yeah, Jake, I really feel bad for female characters in that movie. The elements of the movie we'll be descriptively analyzing are primarily gender stereotypes and classism or ageism. Since the protagonist is a girl rather than a boy, our focus will give us an interesting result. The interesting aspect of the movie is that the main character counterbalances the stereotypical way in which most people view women. She serves as a role model for young women to look up and to acknowledge the fact that young girls can accomplish much more than just sitting at home doing chores. Classism and ageism are present in the movie, which gives notion to how power can lead to discrimination. Not only that, but the movie is extremely dark, sorrowful, and disturbing, making it even more interesting to watch a young girl persevere through atrocious tasks given to her. Our goal of this assignment is to thoroughly investigate all the small details of the movie.
I agree, Dongin. The prejudice starts from the beginning. In the opening scene, Ophelia, the female protagonist, is lying on the floor bleeding, which makes us obviously assume that she is weak and incapable of defending herself from the things that have attacked her.
¿Negaréis vuestra cuna por él? ¿Él por quien habéis sido humillada e ignorada?
Sí, la niego.
Hágase pues vuestra voluntad, Alteza.
No.
That's right, I saw that part. She simply tells her mother that she is scared, and the audience is left with the assumption that Ophelia is not able to become heroic, like male characters in any other movie.
Also, Dongin, have you noticed that most female characters in the movie are maids who clean the house and prepare meals for the captain and his male visitors? All they do is walk around cleaning the floor, the walls, the windows, and eventually back to the floor. They also feed and serve the males in every way possible.
Definitely. They're wearing either brown or darkish gray clothes, which make them seem very poor and ordinary. Brown is a color that makes the clothes seem raggedy, forcing us to think they're inferior human beings when they're really what keep the household together.
Things get really extreme if you notice every single detail of the movie and actually pay attention, absorbing the information in the movie and trying to understand each perspective of the main characters. Because he is the captain, Vidal gets his own room or office, whereas female protagonists, Ophelia and Carmen, share a room. How unfair is that? Vidal, Ophelia's stepfather, is a cruel, aggressive man who gets things done in whichever way he prefers. He is the epitome of a fierce man, strong and demanding. Not only his personality and actions, but we can see the sexism on his desk, mainly because he has alcohol, which gives us the impression that he is a heavy drinker. On the other hand, Ophelia has nothing on her nightstand, which evokes a sense of cleanliness that women supposedly possess.
And we can see the male superiority by realizing the fact that the baby is male, and the mother is not strong enough to take care of him, because she ends up bleeding and in need of a doctor. Toward the end, the captain even demands to save his son over his wife, because he needs someone to succeed him.
More specifically, he needs a man to succeed him, and not a woman, because he thinks women are not fit to carry out his role. Definitely hurts to be a woman in Pan's Labyrinth. Yeah.
Hey, but I also found some parts in the movie where women are not necessarily treated as inferior.
Definitely. Guillermo does a great job of portraying different viewpoints in his work. First off, he develops a few female characters from weak and dependent to strong and independent.
So let's talk about Mercedes first. What a brave, fine-looking young lady she is.
Yes, throughout the film, her primary role is to cook and assist the captain in the household. It seems like the director demonstrates her as a stereotypical woman character in the movie. However, as we continue to watch the movie, it turns out to be the opposite.
And she's the one who brings weapons, food, and other supplies for the rebel force. Without her contribution, the movie would have had a different ending.
In fact, Mercedes plays the most crucial role in their victory. She persuades the doctor to help her on the rebel side, even though the doctor is originally on Vidal's side. She also slits Vidal's mouth with a knife she has always been concealing.
It shows that Mercedes is both mentally and physically stronger than how women are generally viewed at that period.
But we cannot forget the main character, Ophelia, right?
Of course, at first glance, I thought Ophelia is a typical girl character who is afraid of bugs, monsters, and other things. However, after I watched the entire movie, I realized that she has grown from a weak, incompetent girl into a risk-taking, wise, and strong lady.
From the beginning, Fawn and fairies are submissive toward Ophelia. This just shows how much respect they have toward her, and when given the opportunity, for her to live eternally.
Hola.
¿Sois vos? ¿Sois vos? ¿Habéis regresado? No, no os asustéis, os lo ruego. Mirad, mirad.
Mi nombre es Ofelia. ¿Quién eres tú?
¿Yo? Yo he tenido tantos nombres. Nombres viejos que solo pueden pronunciar el viento y los árboles. Yo soy el monte y el bosque y la tierra. Soy Un fauno. Stromasus de súbdito Attica.
No,
Vos sois la princesa Moana, hija del rey de Bedmorra, el reino
mi
subterráneo.
padre era sastre.
No sois hija de hombre. La luna os engendró en vuestro...
I agree. And for 3 tasks, although they're gruesome, she managed to complete them on her own. Especially the second one, in which she encounters the pale man. She still eats 2 grapes, even though Fawn demands her not to eat anything during the mission. We can tell that Ophelia does what she wants and what she deems right.
In the end, it is important for viewers to consider every detail in the movie to have better understanding of the film. You need to try to view the movie in a wider perspective and be open to anything the movie tries to suggest.
So, don't fall asleep while watching the movie, because you'll miss something for sure.
Pan's Labyrinth is a perfect example where women are both negatively and positively portrayed in the movie. And if you overlook something, you won't understand the hidden meaning or intent throughout the film.
Everyone, go watch Pan's Labyrinth, and you won't regret.